What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Saturday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Conium, and you can get out the brooms because we had a 3-0 sweep yesterday from down 2.2 units to up 0.8 units. It was a great day for The Squeeze. We had the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line. We hit that. We had the Los Angeles Lakers to cover. They blew the Memphis Grizzlies out of the water. You think Dylan Brooks maybe will learn next time? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't talk so much. That's got to be one of the all-time biggest blunders in sports. You go after the king, quite literally. He calls himself, and he's called King James. You go at the king, you better not miss. And Dylan Brooks missed wildly. And the Los Angeles Lakers won by 40 points to move on and eliminate the Memphis Grizzlies. Weird season for the Grizzlies, man. I had some high expectations between the Grizzlies and the Pelicans. I didn't bet on that. I didn't have that much faith, but I thought maybe they could make a little bit of noise. No. And then we also had the Dallas Stars, the Minnesota Wild to go under. So 3-0 on the Squeeze, up 3 units. Other bets that I had that we cashed that I posted on Twitter, we had the Sacramento Kings plus 8.5. They won that game by 20. We had the Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers to go over 6. There were 12 goals. I posted a plus 499 parlay that missed because the Warriors lost and the Bruins lost. I had over 1.5 first period goals that lost as well. Then I had a player prop bet as well, so that lost. A little bit bummed about the Boston Bruins loss because I had multiple bets for the Bruins. I had the Bruins to win Game 1 and the series. That's still live. I have the Bruins and the Hurricanes to both win their series on a parlay. Hurricanes won. They've advanced, so we're still waiting on the Bruins. And I have the Bruins to win the series against Florida in 6 or less games. So that one lost, but the other ones are still live. But a good day. And as you can see, so I was thinking last night, I'm like, through the first 4 games, I did not bet on the Toronto Maple Leafs at all. I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to stay away from it. I wanted to stay away from it. I didn't want to wear the jersey. I didn't want to talk about it. We bet for them to exercise the Demons in Game 5. They lost. Coming back with it. I've spent the last time the Leafs played in the second round, I was not legally allowed to go to a bar and order a beer. I turned 38 years old in a month and a half. 2 months. I'm just going to go down with the ship. Toronto Maple Leafs, money line, minus 106 at Sports Interaction. I'm wearing the Austin Matthews today. I'm hoping for the best. At some point, so Matthews, Marner, and Riley are 0-11 in games where they could win and advance to the second round. The law of averages dictates at some point that has to reverse. There is no other analysis here. The smart bet is probably the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're playing at home. They're down 3-2 in the series. But hey, I'm going down with the ship. Take that for what you will. Sometimes I just have to have a little fun on this channel or, to maintain my own sanity. And I'm taking the Toronto Maple Leafs to win this game, to win this series, and wait and see. The winner of this series might play the Florida Panthers in the second round. So come on, Toronto Maple Leafs, minus 106 at Sports Interaction. Great odds. Let's go. Sticking with the NHL, the Devils and the Rangers. So I'm taking the New York Rangers here on the money line. They're minus 120. I had bet the Rangers in the previous game because to that point, every road team had won the game. Of course, New Jersey, when it came out at home, shut out the Rangers 4-0. This has the makings of a 7-game series. To me, it has that feel. The Rangers were 23-14 at home. Look, Devils were great on the road, but it is hard to win 4 straight playoff games in the NHL, which is what the Devils would have to do tonight to win this game and to advance. New York won the first 2 games 5-1. Jersey won 2-1 in overtime. They won 3-1, and then they won 4-0. Rangers are primed for a big bounce-back game, having lost 4-0. You get shelled in a 2-2 series tie. You get shelled 4-0. Rangers are a good hockey team. I actually have a plus 1,400 ticket for the Rangers to win the Cup, so maybe I'm a little bit biased, but they're a good hockey team, and they're a good home hockey team, and I just think, again, the chances of losing 4 straight games, chances of winning and the chances of losing 4 straight games in the NHL playoffs is very difficult. So for that reason, and again, with the minus 120 at Bet Rivers, I'm on the New York Rangers. And my last official bet of the day, Toronto Blue Jays. They come into this 17-9, riding a 6-game winning streak. They come into this contest with the Mariners, whom they beat yesterday. Mariners are 11-15. They're 4-6 on the road. Robbie Ray is out for the year. Mariners are struggling. Yesterday I was a little bit nervous because Alek Manoah, he battled, man. He threw like 60 pitches in their first 2 innings. I didn't think he was going to make it through the third. He battled, he got out of it. He ended up going 5 innings. Jays get the big win against Luis Castillo too, who they actually hit pretty well, who is Seattle's ace. And now today, you've got Kevin Gausman going for the Blue Jays. He's 2-2 with a 2.84 ERA and a 1.01 WHIP. And he's going up against, for the Mariners, Chris Flexen, who's been brutal. In 4 starts this year, he's 0-4 with an 8.86 ERA. He has walked 11 batters in 21 innings. He's given up 21 earned runs in 21 innings. And so he just gave up 6 to St. Louis. He's given up 4 to Milwaukee, 8 to the Cubs. Excuse me. And he gave up 2 to the Angels, which would have been their opener. Lost all starts. Lost 7-3, 7-3, 14-9, 4-3. On the road against this Blue Jays team this year, this is probably not when you get right. And what even is right, really, for Flexen? It's not like he's Luis Castillo who's been struggling. It's not like he's a front-of-the-line guy. Last year in 22 starts for Seattle, he was 8-9 with an ERA of 3.73, so certainly not terrible. The year before that, he had a 3.61 ERA. That was his best season. But this is not the team you get right against. So I've got the Jays on the run line, -1.5. That's -110 at ScoreBet. Jays offense is pumping. They're playing well. They're playing really well at home. They've got the momentum. They're having fun. And Gausman's always been, even when he has a rough outing, he's not the type of guy really that gets completely blown out of the water. He's a lot more steady Eddie. He might not win every start, but he's going to keep you in it. He's going to be able to go 5 or 6 innings each and every time. And I like that to happen today and for the Blue Jays bats to just be rolling. So Blue Jays on the run line, that's -110 at ScoreBet. That is your Saturday card. Can the Leafs advance? I'm taking them to do just that. -106 at Sport Interaction. Give me the New York Rangers, -120 at Bet Rivers Moneyline. And give me the Blue Jays on the run line, -1.5 for -110 at the ScoreBet. As always, drop a comment if you're fading or following. You can follow me on Twitter at Tyler Conium for more picks and props throughout today. I do have a UFC bet that I've already made. I made an F1 bet that I already made that I already lost, but it is what it is there. TikTok and Instagram for just the picks portions, and your audio is on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Have a great Saturday. Go Leafs, go. Hopefully, the next time we talk about them, it's talking about the second round.